Hello. Oh, let me change something in the audio settings. Oh, there we go. That's much better. Hi. I was just playing some music before the stream started, and I just realized this this version of the track was an old version. It was supposed to stop here. Anyways, so just want to say hi and welcome to the live stream, and also happy Halloween. So yeah, in this live stream, I'm going to be taking a look at shadow strings, going through some of the demos that I wrote with it, maybe changing them a little bit, showing how they're made, and yeah. So if you've purchased shadow strings, then this will be a nice way to see a little bit more of like what all you can do with it, what are the cool things you can do with it, and if you're interested in it, then you can get more of a kind of hands-on look at things. The video that I made, the video walkthrough, is very straightforward, just outlining exactly everything that's in the library and what all the knobs and buttons do. But in this stream, the goal is to like actually use it and play around with it a bit. So yeah. Okay, what shall I start with? Okay. There are a lot of articulations, a lot of rhythmic articulations in the library, and it was hard to come up with a track that would use all of them, and I wanted to make sure that people could hear everything. So I ended up making this huge playlist of or a lot of the articulations that come in the library. Here, let me just turn this light off. Okay. The articulations that come in the library, and I didn't make them very long, just enough to show what the articulation sounded like and show an example of it being, show an example of it doing something kind of neat. So I'm going to go through each of those little vignettes, and maybe I'll tweak them a little bit, and we can play around and see what kinds of ways that we could take the demos a little bit further. So this first one is eighths picked piano. See if the so yeah, this is the patch that, or this is the sound that this MIDI file is supposed to use. Oops, let's start. Okay, so this one, it's pretty twangy sounding. Obviously, just by itself, it's not, it doesn't have a very full sound, but it's got a lot of high-end sparkle that would be nice to put on top of other things. Yeah, so this kind of came out of, I was just realizing that this rhythm up top here, if I just put the notes in this particular rhythm, this kind of neat little motif would happen. And if I change it even just a little bit, you'll hear that it makes a pretty big difference. Yeah, so if I were to offset this by 16th note, kind of a different sound. What if we put it here maybe? Yeah, or if we had it stop and start, that could be kind of neat. I don't know. Ooh, we should definitely continue. I don't know. Kind of interesting. I'm gonna keep moving though. Take a listen to the next one. This is 8's picked harmonics. This is the sound that I wanted to use for this little demo. I don't know if anybody is familiar with the Fauré Requiem. I'm playing that piece tomorrow. And yeah, this chord is so Fauré. Or this one. That sounds like the Pia Jesu. Anyways, it just reminds me of it. Okay, so in this one, I wonder what it would sound like if we made it twice as fast by time stretching. Oh, that's something different. I could try shaping it. This is a very different character. I just want to play around with. Maybe not. So that would work. That would be cool. If you doubled the timing. Oh, what if we halved the timing? So everything else will be really slow. It's kind of mushy. I'm not such a fan. No, I don't like it. Okay, let's go back to this. Okay, so what would sound really cool? Yeah, this would sound really cool with a ton of delay. Okay, but the delay timing is off. There we go. Oh, okay, so with a ton of delay, but then also shorten the notes so that the delay has time to ring out. Yeah, maybe like that, but then if we turn up the feedback... Yeah, I don't know. I think the original was still good, but there's some options for things to do there. Yeah, I think that explores that. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. Triplets plucked. Oh, you know what? I can make this interface bigger. There we go. Now we can see a bit more clearly. Okay, so for this vignette, it's supposed to use triplets plucked. Percussive, go to percussive triplets. Here we go. This is the plucked one. Eighth note triplets insistently strummed and swelling randomly. Oh, that's not right. Yeah, this is what it's supposed to sound like. Is that maybe like that? And I think the tempo is faster. Maybe let's try 130. Cool. So one thing that happens because the samples have some randomness in them, depending on when you stop the note, sometimes some nice happy accidents happen. So I have a feeling that if we just, oops, we just made this maybe end here. Yeah, there's a loud note happening right there. Oh, right. We need to turn the release time almost all the way down. I don't know. It's kind of cool if you can end the note right as a loud pluck happens. But let's put it back. Okay, so what can we mess around with this one? Well, we could try time stretching it differently. That doesn't work. Yeah, maybe not. Actually, that could work if the tempo wasn't so fast. We went back to 100. Still not a fan. Okay, so another thing we could do is add triplet delay to the triplet pluck. We change. There we go. Oh yeah, so that's the other thing I was going to do on this stream is play a little bit. It's so fun to just hold chords and just listen to how everything very subtly evolves. Like this very high pluck up here, it's just very tender and gentle. And it only really makes a clear appearance some of the time. Like some of the time, there's not even any pitch. All you hear is just a little ticking sound. And so then when it does ever so gently appear on top of the chord, it just adds a nice, I don't know, a nice detail. There's just so much to listen to. Oops. Oh yeah, see, if I don't play the chord, all the notes exactly at the same time, then becomes more chaotic, like this. Now we just get a mush of sound, which can be nice. Yeah, it's fun to listen to. Okay. What next? Okay, the next one I want to show is triplets plucked in octaves. Pull that up. Plucked in octaves. Oh. Ah. So I just I didn't realize that the chat wasn't open. I had to tap on live chat and now it shows up. So hi, I can see your comments now. Hi Giorgio. I don't know, am I saying your name right? Giorgio? Giorgio? And then Vitamin Banana. I haven't seen you before. Nice to meet you. Hi. Okay. So okay, so now that I can see the chat, I'll keep looking over here and I'll keep looking over here and I'll try to respond to any comments that you have. Okay, so Giorgio, you're also saying Reaper output has a good volume. Yeah, so man, that makes such a difference if you just, you know, do some denoising, compression, EQ. Yeah, my voice sounds so much clearer now, like when before the stream when I was just doing some test recordings. So, and you can see the mic is nice and close up here. So, hello. If I went like this, then my voice would be really full and deep and boomy. But this works. Okay. I see that there aren't a lot of people here, so I will continue with going through the demos like I had planned, and then I can edit that down later for the channel. But I did have something else set up as an idea, and I just wanted to bounce the idea off of if anybody has any comments. But I was thinking that would be really fun to find some arrangements that I could overdub and play live. Basically, it'd be, you know, say you have a 4-part arrangement that sounds really, really great on cellos, and I just lay down each of the tracks and then try to make them sound good, and it'd be kind of fun to do that on a live stream maybe. So I have it set up like this, and then I could grab my cello and like play, but I don't know, maybe I'll do that next week. We'll see. Okay. So back to good. Okay, I got your name right. Yeah, you like the pizzicatos. Yep, it's very fun. Very fun to just play chords. So I also want to mention about the pizzicatos, especially about the pizzicatos, is that the input quantization can make a really big difference for these. So we're dealing with triplets, so we better set the unit of the input quantization to triplets. And if we quantize to if we quantize to eighth notes, And then we have to, the project has to be playing for the input quantization to work. Okay, so now anytime that I add another note, it'll be perfectly in time. Yeah, so without it, if I were to do a similar thing again, yeah, things very easily get out of time, which can be nice. But it's cool that you can make everything sound so tight. Okay, so if we were to do input quantization on 16ths, this gets really fun because now it'll put them offset from each other perfectly evenly. So it's a really tight 16th note rhythm now. That would be very hard to perform. You'd have to draw it in with MIDI notes. So yeah, that's fun. Yeah, all kinds of interesting rhythmic accidents can happen once you have this input quantization on. Okay, so everything is together, and then if I add a single note that's off by 16th note, oops, there we go. All of a sudden, it totally changes everything. Yeah. I'm just playing high. Let's do some low stuff. I'm trying to get things to be off by 16th note. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, fun stuff. I've spent so much time just because while you're developing the library, you're like, sometimes it gets kind of tiring, and so you're like, oh, so you just noodle around a bit. So, okay, let's go to the next demo. Percussive triplets slow. So this one uses percussive triplets. Yep, plucked slow. Quarter note triplets steadily strummed. Oh, that's because the release time needs to be turned up. I don't know. Let's play from the start again. Oh, I think we need to turn off delay. Yeah, let's just render it so we can see. I don't know. Yeah, it is very nice. Yeah, something's up with the timing here. I hope I haven't just found a bug in the library. Because this rendered fine. I'm not sure. Oh. I think we need to go like this. Maybe. We need to turn off input quantization. Yeah, this will work. Yeah, the thing about the input quantization is it's great for live playing, but when you're drawing MIDI notes in, sometimes it doesn't behave quite how you would expect. And that's, I don't know, that could probably be fixed, but I mean, it serves its purpose well enough, so. Okay. All right, so let's play around with this one a little bit. I'm gonna put it up an octave, turn the sub up, add a little bit of distortion, a bit of shaping, boost the high. Let's add some triplet delay, just a little bit. Let's see how it sounds now. Yeah, cool. How about this? Yeah, it almost sounds like a synth once you turn up the shaping too much. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Just reset all this stuff. Okay, percussive triplets plucked slow. Oh man, it's already 12:30. If I'm gonna get through the rest of these, maybe I should speed up. I don't know. Well, there's not too many left. Okay, percussive triplets picked slow. Yeah. The nice thing about the picked articulations is that they have a kind of they have a way of cutting through, but they don't have a lot of mid sound or body to them. It's just a lot of like clicky sounding stuff. Kind of prickly sounding. Ooh, this is an interesting texture. I bet it sound even cooler with input quantization. Oops. Oh, that's a cool rhythm. There's so many different, I don't know, things going on rhythmically in between each of the notes. Yeah. What's crazy is it doesn't sound like, oops, it doesn't sound like, when I'm holding this chord, it doesn't sound like things are repeating every 4 bars, but they actually are. Like, the samples only last, yeah, I think it's 4 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I think it repeats. Oh no, there it repeated. Okay, so they're not that short, but like, they're not that long either. All right. Take a look at the next one. Percussive triplets, Chiff. Chiff. enough input quantization. Fun stuff. Nice. How's that for an interesting texture? Man, there's so much you could do with this. It kind of makes me want to do more than just play them. Like, there's, yeah. Okay, 16ths pluck pulse. Oh, turn off input quantization. See, I'm learning things by playing through these demos. There we go. It kind of works to add delay, but then things get a little weird harmonically. Yeah, I don't know. No delay. Maybe not. Okay, so this one can generate some nice happy accidents because of the spaces. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So the 3 and 4, or the 1 E and the and part is empty, which leaves space for other things. Like you could go like that, and then you get a nice octave rhythm. That's an interesting texture. Oh, how's that for a rhythm? I don't know how this is even happening. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay, so I'm time stretching the sample so that they're... How are they? So that they're fitting how? Yeah. 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Wait. Wait, what's going on rhythmically? Well, okay, something is happening rhythmically. Some kind of polyrhythm. And then the input quantization is forcing everything that I play to fit into 16th triplets, which results in some very interesting rhythms against the click. Very cool. I should have done a demo that did something like this. Well, I still could. Dude, that would be awesome to put this on top of, I don't know, like find a drum loop and then have this phase against the drum loop. I don't know. Rhythmically, it's like almost not fitting at all. Huh. Well, anyways, okay, so let's keep going. Percussive 16ths, octave plucks. So you say this is a library in the library? What do you mean? I I just saw your comment, so hi David. I just saw your comment, so I don't know if maybe you're talking about something I said a bit ago. Okay, percussive 16ths octave plucks is the next one. Percussive 16ths octave plucks. Continuous soft strumming creates an atmosphere of hushed excitement. This is my favorite demo, I'd have to say. Oh, let's reset a few things here. Probably go like that. Okay. Oop. Ah. Oh. There we go. Okay. Okay, so let's listen to the whole demo, and then we'll talk about it. You're talking about assigning knobs to controllers. Yeah, so that reminds me of something that I wanted to do. Although assigning them to like hardware controllers, unfortunately, I don't have my keyboard plugged in. I don't know. Hopefully, that wouldn't mess anything up. So maybe I'll just draw in automation. Because this piano that I'm using doesn't have a mod wheel or pitch wheel. It's just like an electric piano that I've plugged into my computer. Okay, so before I do some automation of the knob, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should plug my keyboard in and mess around with like hooking all the knobs in the interface up to the controllers on my keyboard. But yeah, Okay, well, so yeah, let's just take a look at. So for this one, there's these little lines that go upward that I think are kind of fun. I'm gonna draw in. Hey. uh, I don't know. Well, the demo sounds really cool. I don't know. I'd have to spend some time messing around to make something that sounds similar but different to that. So, yeah. Yeah, hmm. Okay, so let's jump to yeah, I can't remember the project file that did this, but there was this one thing I was doing where I was automating things in a really cool way. So I'm gonna see if I can recreate that here in a fresh instance. So I believe it was. Yeah, so I don't have a MK3 yet. I'd like to get one of those at some point. Yeah, because yeah, I have the yeah, let me get it. I have this thing that has the knobs here, but kind of afraid to plug it in because it might mess things up. I do also have one of these though, which is very fun. And this one is pretty much set to go. I think I still have it plugged into my hub. See if this will work. It might not. Yeah. I don't know. Got a lot of things running through my USB hub. Might not have enough power. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay, now we have the 8 knobs across the top, kind of like my Mark II keyboard does. Oh, you have a machine too? MK3, yeah. Yeah, so I got it thinking, oh, okay, now I'm going to learn how to use the machine software because it should integrate really well with this. And yeah, there's a lot of neat things you could do with that, but I mean, if you just use this thing as a MIDI controller and then hook up different buttons to different actions inside of Reaper, like you can do so much just doing that, and then you don't have to learn a whole new DAW, like the whole new machine ecosystem. You don't have to learn any of that, and you can just stick with what you know and keep making music instead of learning new things. So yeah, for now, I think I'm gonna just skip the machine software and just be like, nope, I'm gonna use this to make music, and not mess around with that. Okay. So, and very conveniently, I have these 8 knobs across the bottom, which link up to the 8 knobs here. Oh, I don't know. Okay, so this thing is turned on, but I don't know if it's actually sending. Oh yeah, you can see it should be working. There we go. Learn. 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 Ooh, what's going on there? Oh, right. Shoot. I need to use a different page. Learn. 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 Oh, why is that not working? Learn. There we go. Okay, here. Oh, shoot. And we just lost power to the controller. Shoot. Oh, it keeps flickering on and off. Yeah, this is what I found with this thing is it's like it's kind of finicky. So I don't know if this is gonna work. Yeah, and now it's not. I have to like refresh it in Reaper. Okay, and then it starts working again. Oh, that's so fun controlling things with knobs. Yeah, because the knobs on this controller are super, like, they have a nice feel and they're very smooth and yeah. Oh. Uh-oh. Okay. But it's kind of hard to, I have all these knobs in front of me. I'm like losing my train of thought. What was I gonna do? Okay, so let's try here. I'll like play a chord and then hold it with the pedal, and we'll do it with. Let's do it with the risers. Learn. Okay, so we'll use these 2 knobs to control the lights here. And then we'll get a riser going and we'll do some chopping. Okay, so if we have these both down like this. Here, let's get these effects off of here. Or maybe we'll leave this. Okay. Huh. That's fun. Don't drop the machine. Yeah, I need to get a stand for this thing. I mean, I just got it last week, and I've been experimenting with like how do I want to lay things out. And I realized if I set it on my desk right here so that it's like the pads are right next to my keyboard, you know, you could just literally hit record and then just start drumming with your left hand, entering stuff in, and then start playing with your right hand on the keys. And you know, it's very, that could be a really nice workflow. I've already done a little bit of that, and it's been very fun. So yeah. What do people do for stands? I saw this one guy who's doing finger drumming, and he had it like it was slightly tilted out, and then he could hold it between his legs. So it was like it was positioned like right here, and then he could do this kind of thing, and he could be very virtuosic with it, and it's kind of a cool. It's like it looked like he was playing an instrument instead of like holding something on his lap like this. Yeah. Oh, that's like $30. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. Um, yeah. Yeah. The one thing that's kind of unfortunate about this machine is I was hoping it would be similar sensitivity as a keyboard, but it turns out it's actually a lot less sensitive. Like all you have to do is hit it like this hard and that'll max it out. Whereas on a piano, you'd have to just like slam it in order to get all the way to max velocity. Blue equals suboctave sign. Oh yeah, okay. So I should explain what am I even doing here with these risers and the blue and yellow. So blue normally would add a suboctave, and why don't I just show that here? So let's add the sub in and take it out, and that's what it sounds like there. Here's what it sounds like on the bends, for example. Or let's do this one. Yeah, so I've looked into adjusting the sensitivity. If you open up the controller editor, and I turned the sensitivity all the way down and it didn't really do very much. So I don't know. Okay, so there it is with all the sub, and then if we take the sub out, it's just cello. And then if we have lots of sub, but we crunch it through distortion, then we get that. And we could maybe boost the highs. Just kind of fun. A little bit over the top. Oh, we could. Cool. Fun stuff. I'll try this with Ponticello. Oh man. Turn down the distortion maybe. Let's try this. Yeah, blue is sub, orange is distortion. It's out of range. All right. You're asking, where do you record the cello at home? Yeah, so I record here and record it pretty close, and then you can go through an EQ, because you're just recording one note at a time. You can go through and EQ things, EQ individual notes. So some notes might be a little bit boomy sounding, or different frequencies will pop out too much here and there, either from the cello or from the room, or just, I don't know. Just using my ear, I can kind of make each individual pitch sound nice, and then stick it all together into a contact sample library. And I try to avoid denoising. Just leave the noise in for the most part, because the noise floor is pretty low. But if sometimes you kind of need to do a little bit of denoising. I don't think for shadow strings I did any denoising at all, because I mic'd it close enough that the noise floor was very low. So yeah. Piano overtones, on the other hand, I definitely needed to denoise that one very heavily. But yeah. Yeah, if I see there are some people there, if you haven't checked it out, you should go to westerossounds.com and pick up Piano Overtones. This is a just a little mini freebie that I released a little over a week ago, and it's kind of a cool concept, and could be kind of interesting to explore. Yeah, when you layer sounds, they can add up. Okay, so that's the thing about shadow strings, is like, you're not really meant to layer things up very much, because if you do, like for instance, the sustained quarters. Oop. Okay. Like, if you just play a single note, there's so much going on in the sound, you wouldn't want to layer too many instances together. Otherwise, it would sort of sound like a mess. Whoop. Actually, that sounds pretty cool. I don't know. Huh. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. If we were to compress it, you would definitely hear the that it's not denoised. Like, let's say we went like this. This should do it. Turn the, Huh. You don't really hear the noise floor there because it's continuous bowing, but if we do it with, for instance, the percussive quarters, yeah, you can hear like little background noises from the recording. But yeah, I think I might actually be misremembering because this does sound like it's been denoised. I think I did do some denoising, come to think of it. I'd have to open up the old project file, but yeah. Yeah, and this reminds me of something else that I was realizing I wanted to talk about in the video, but I wasn't sure how to talk about it. So like if you turn off the dynamics, this dynamics thing, like the difference between each pluck is pretty great. So a lot of times you can have plucks accidentally sticking out more than you would have wanted if you were trying to mix things carefully into a track. And I was thinking about either re-recording the whole library or compressing each individual sample to get rid of some of the variation. But I ended up realizing, you know what, if people want to reduce the variation, like they can just slap their own compressor on this and then if you want to have a lot of variation, you still can. So I decided not to squash out the dynamics of the library so much. Because yeah, you can just go like this and then everything is very controlled. Nothing sticks out too much. I mean, this is very heavily compressed, but yeah. Yeah, it sounds kind of messed up when you compress it that much, but I don't know. Interesting. The other thing is you can hear, if you do this much compression, you can start to hear things like the little bit of the room sound, because I tried to record things as dry as possible, but there's a tiny bit of room sound that comes through if you compress it this much. You can just barely hear it. I don't know. You have to turn the volume way up. Yep. Okay, now you can really hear all the background noise and stuff. So yeah. Yeah, so obviously I wouldn't show this in the walkthrough video because it's like not exactly selling the library, but yeah. Oh, so you compressed ripple cello. Yeah. Yeah, and about that. Okay, so ripple cello, I was realizing if you compress the heck out of it, it's kind of interesting once it starts amplifying the soft sounds, because there's so much dynamic range in the library. I mean, it can sound not as good that way, but yeah, it's really interesting. I almost added, yeah, it's definitely character. Yeah. So a feature that I almost added to Ripple Cello was if you, instead of adding compression, if you go in and add an LFO that happens to match the exact speed of the ripples in Ripple Cello, and the LFO is shaped like this, so that it like brings up the volume right as I was playing softer. It's like compression but done manually, and if you added just a little bit of that, it would completely remove all of the dynamic range. And And instead of sounding so rhythmic, like bottom, bottom, everything just sounded like da 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 da, and I could see that being useful as like something that you would put in the background. But I don't know, it's another knob to add to the interface, and I decided, yeah, people can do their own compression later. So yeah. Um, well, so I was just gonna go for, yeah, a sine wave. Yep. Yeah. It's amazing what you can do with sine wave LFOs, or just, any other kind of LFO, like sawtooth LFOs. There's like so many things you can do. That's in shadow strings, that's kind of the idea, is this shape knob that appears for a lot of the articulations. Yeah, it's in a lot of them here. Wait, there. It's just a sawtooth LFO, but it's a sawtooth LFO that happens to adjust its speed when you change the stretching, and syncs to the tempo of your DAW, and it's kind of tailored to work well with these samples. And yeah, it's just really simple. It's just LFOing the volume, but it happens to work really well. And if you have a knob there ready to tweak, it's very nice. Like here's what it sounds like. It's like very percussive. Like adds punch to the bow changes. So you're like, it's like, it makes your playing sound hyper, like accented. Makes things, yeah, modulation, yeah. I didn't use this sound in any of the demos, but I feel like there's a lot of potential there for like some really trippy sounding things. Okay, well, it's after 1 o'clock, so I think I will be done pretty soon here. There's like so many things that I had planned that I might talk about, but I think I've talked about enough stuff for today. So just one last thing that I wanted to talk about was yeah, if you automate the shaping on let's do sustain on the sustained eighths. Oops. Thought I learned it. There we go. Oh, shoot. Remove. There we go. Okay. Huh. Yeah, it's interesting. Are those repeated notes an arpeggiator or performance that's being looped? It's a performance that's being looped. And I should mention that so this is 90 BPM eighth note. If we look at this note, at this sample, it's the same thing, 90 BPM eighth note. However, the sample start modulation is in a different place between this one and this one. So it's the same sample stretched across, it's the same sample used for multiple keys, and then different start points are set for each key, and then that way there's a bit more variation. Yeah, and also this is what makes things sound so much more organic and alive, is the fact that this loop here, well, so the whole sample is like 4 measures, you know, nice round number, but then this loop here happens slightly early, so it's some odd number length of loop, and so the loops all usually phase with each other in all kinds of interesting ways, so things stay fresh. Anyways, well, thanks for coming, everybody, and yeah, I hope this was interesting and informative, and yeah, I think I'm gonna be done there. I wonder, I'm gonna stay on for a couple of minutes, and if anybody has any suggestions for things that you'd like to see next time, I could write them down. And I also wanted to share, some people came later. I wanted to talk about an idea I had where I was thinking, what if I were to come up with some music or find some arrangement to record live on a live stream, like doing all the parts overdubbing, whether that would be interesting. Yeah, I'd be curious about that. So this here. Okay. And yeah, let's see here. Yeah. Okay. You know what? Why don't I do a little bit of that right now? Let me just. So here's what I was thinking. It's so fun to do this kind of stuff. Like, it'd be fun to like have other people be part of it. I'll just play around with that stuff. Try that again. let's do something different. Man, all you gotta do is just hold a note and then pick a random time to change to another note that's in the key, and all of a sudden, whoa, we just changed chords. This kind of stuff is really like how are all these random accidents happening? Well, because I'm just playing all notes in the same key, I suppose. But yeah, I might do more of this next week. Might be something fun to do. Oh, that G happening right there is very cool. This crunches a lot. Yeah. I'm gonna do a little bit more. Let's try. Maybe not. Let's try. I'm gonna make a whole orchestra real quick. Fine tune. Yeah. American or Celtic tale. Yeah. Yup, definitely. Yeah. Um I gotta decide what I want to play. I think next week I might plan something out. For instance, what sounds really cool is if you take barbershop arrangements and you play all the parts on cello, maybe like play them up an octave, and then try and get them to be perfectly in tune with each other, and just like laser focused sound. It's very fun, and it's yeah, that's cool. Okay, I'm gonna do. This is kind of fun, so I'm gonna keep doing a little bit more. Yeah, eh, maybe not. Oh, well, that's kind of random. Well, anyways, okay, I think I'm gonna be done today, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys next time for some more music or cello related things. I'll see you later.